So today we will do the verse number 43. It's a beautiful verse talking about, and this you will be more interested to learn also because it is all talking about Rama. So today's verse is all about Rama Avatara. So the verse number 43 goes like this: Ramo Viramo Virado Margo Neyo Nayo Nayah Veera Saktimadam Sreshto Dharmo Dharma Viduttamah Ramo Viramo Virado Margo Neyo Nayo Nayah Veera Saktimadam Sreshto Dharmo Dharma Viduttamah. So we will start looking at these namas and its importance and significance, what Bhishmacharya wants to convey to Yudhishthira. Rama. Who is Rama? Though we know he is one of the avatars, about the Dashavataras in the Brahma, in the Vishnu Purana, and also from the different Puranas, Bhagavatam, and everywhere. We have learnt about that. They say Rama is one of the Purnavatara. Okay, Rama and Krishna were considered to be the Purnavatara. All the other avatars are considered to be Achavatara or Murti Avatara, or it could be Amsa Avatara. Rama is considered to be the complete Purnavatara. One reason why? Because right from the childhood he lived through all the way down, and then until he goes back to the Vaikuntha, so that he has lived the completeness there. So that is one of the reasons why he is considered to be the whole spirit. By the name of Rama, what does it convey? The very name of Rama is itself, it says that which is considered to be a Taraka mantra. We say that there are a lot of Taraka mantras. Taraka Nama, also Taraka Nama. Why Taraka Nama? People say when you just chant Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare. So if you just chant these two, that itself is considered to be the Taraka mantra, which can give you the more moksha prapti. So the idea is when you say the Rama Nama, right, you become more immersed with the Rama. That is the way that it has been connoted. Right. So what does this signify here in the Vishnu Sahasranamam? He says, he who is delighted by others. He in whom everyone is delighted. By seeing the Rama itself, everyone gets delighted. By the mere vision, by mere darshan of Rama, people get delighted. By mere chanting the Ramanama, you can understand, by mere chanting the Ramanama, there was one devotee who has attained a perfection, who is none less than Hanumanji. Right? He is considered to be a devotee. Think about this. There is, in the whole universe, we can say, no devotee has got an equal pedestal, equally with the main god, and has a temple. Right? So even there is a devotee for Krishna, but the devotee of a Krishna could be in a separate place. Or for someone, it will be a separate Sannidhanam or some separate sanctum or separate place. But for the Rama, you can see Rama Lakshmana, Bharata Chatrukra, Anjaneya Sameta. So you can see the Anjaneya is also sitting there. You see a Rama Pattabhisheha picture, Anjaneya will be sitting there. The Hanuman will be sitting there. So what does it signify? By mere chanting of the Rama Nama itself, he has got all the gunas of Rama. He has become like Rama, right? He has been more immersed in the Ramana. Ramanamamrita. That's why we say one who gets delighted. with whom they can be very much delighted, is called, considered to be the Rama. Right? So Rama has got all the Kalyana Gunas. That's why the list of Kalyana Gunas given by Narada Muni to Valmiki, the very first Sarga in the Balakanta, itself gives you all the list. Almost it goes like, I think almost more than 50 traits he talks about. What are all the greatest Kalyana Gunas Rama has? So we can understand that Rama means the full, completeness. Rama is a complete picture, right? So he who knows who he is the person who knows what his citizens will like. He knows what will bring happiness to his father. He knows what will bring happiness to his mother. He knows how to talk to his brother. He knows from a distance itself what his brother Bharata is like about. Right? Not even seeing him, Lakshmana sees through a distance in the forest. So when they are sent to the asked to go to forest by exile, so now Rama and Lakshmana is there with Sita. Sita and Rama sitting there. Lakshmana hears some noise. Then he immediately jumps to the near tree and then looks at it. He sees the Bharata is coming up with all the peoples and Ayodhya peoples, and then he's marching with all the soldiers and all. So he immediately jumps into conclusion saying that Bharata has come here to conquer you. And he says, now see, I'm going to go and fight with the Bharata. Rama says, no. He's coming here to see me. So this is the word. Even not even looking at him, he knows what his brother is. He knows how his brother is going to respond. So this is the attitude of Ram. Even he didn't even had any anger among with the Kaikeyi, who was asking to go for the exile, right? So he is the person who got the boon and asked his father to give that, to make him to go to exile. But when the situation came, when Lakshmana and Sita was taken by Rakshasa by name Kabanda. Now Rama is fighting and then he's putting the arrow and then he's running. Now Lakshmana is scolding. See this, because of his Kaikeyi, all these sorrows and unpleasant things are happening to us. Then he is shouting. Then he says, Rama, no. Mother Kaikeyi has done very big favor to me, because I should be also coming to see. When I am going to be a king means I am not only for the kingdom in the city. I should also take care of my forest people, right? So that's why she has sent me to see all these things. This is the word given by Ram. So who never even found any fault. He never uttered anything against any of them. That is why he is considered to be the Ram. So Ramaha means a completeness. Ramaha is charming. Rama is charming. Rama is beauty. Rama is beauty. How do we understand the beauty of the Rama? You should be in the eyes of Surpanaha to understand the charmingness of Rama, rather than Sita. Why? When he is in the Aranya, in the forest, Surpanaha gets delighted by seeing Rama, right? So she was attracted to see his Rama, and she starts narrating the description of Rama physically from head to toe. That's why you have to see sometimes from the eyes of Surpanaha to understand the description and the physical charm of a Rama also. So that is one of the beauty what is being given. So Rama means attraction. Is even attracted by even the demon, right? So that is why he is considered to be the wholeness. Next one is called Virama. He before whom all will become powerless. Anyone who is going in front of him will become powerless. He who is the final goal for everyone. That's the way that they are interpreting. Viramaha, that means Vishrantaha. Vishranta means at the place I'm going to go, at the last place where I'm going to get rest is the goal. Ultimate goal is Rama. So that is called Viramaha. Viramayati asmin varapradha brahmavitim varshate abhyatabhim Iti Viramaha. So Rama is the ultimate goal. So when you see, there are a lot of rishis. When he gets into the forest, even when great rishis like Sarabanga and everyone, they want to see the Rama and then they have to go. They want to go back to the Vaikunta. But they are waiting to see Rama coming to the forest. They were waiting to have his darshan. So that was his holiness, what we are talking about. So people, that's why he is considered to be the final goal for everyone. Like mere chanting of Rama Nama, Saint Tyagaraja has attained moksha. Right? Nothing but he was only singing Rama Nama, Rama Sankirtana. Right? Bhadradila Ramadasa. Think about it. Bhadradila Ramadasa only sings about Ram. All songs on Ram. So there are so many saints who have lived their life only by chanting Ramanam. So that means it is the final abode for us. And also we can understand anyone who goes near to him will become also powerless. Why they become powerless? Because of his holiness, because of his wholeness. No one can stand in front of him. Right? No one can stand in front of him because he is the Dharma embodiment. He is complete. So anyone, no Rakshasas can go and defeat him. So that is one thing we can say, that he is also a person to whom anyone is attracted. He is the final abode for everyone. And then no one can go and fight with him also. They will become powerless. That is basically what we say Viramaha. Next one is called Virataha. Virataha. So there is this Nama is interpreted as two ways. Virajo Margaha or Virataha. They see in a separate way or they can club together. So now we can see both. Virajo Margaha, one who shows you the faultless path. One who shows the faultless path, or we can say Virataha, who is unattached, Margaha, who is the person who shows you the direction. Margam means direction. So one who shows you the flawless path. What is the flawless path of Rama? Dharma. Follow the Dharma. Right? So that's the only recommendation given by Rama to everyone at any time. Everyone at any time. How do you know that? If you study the Aranya Kanta, the advice given by Rama to Bharata. Bharata comes there and then Bharata asks that you have to come back to the kingdom. He says, no, I'm going to stay because I have given the promise to father, and whatever I have given the word, I'm going to keep up. And then he gives advice to his brother how he has to rule the kingdom. Beautiful advice. And he gives you all full dharmic instruction. After that, when Vali was slain, right? Vali was a monkey god who was having a tussle with his own brother, who is Sugriva, and then they were having a tough fight. Vali was killed by Rama. And then at the end of the death, Vali understands that he made a mistake. And then he surrenders to Rama and he is dead. Right? And after that, what happens? His son, who is called Angada, right? Vali's son is called Angada. And there is a beautiful place where Rama calls the Angada and teaches him political administration, what is called how to rule the kingdom through dharmic way. So that means what we see, for Rama there is only one. What is that? Follow the dharma. No deviation from that. He always sticks to the dharma. There is no path, there is no deviation. That's why you don't see much of a miracles or anything, much of a deviation, anything from Rama's life, way that he has waged a war and he has conducted itself, nothing. But when you read Mahabharata, the next avatara, you see the Krishna You see, a lot of things he deviated. Right? You can see a lot of things he deviated. He did a lot of tricks. He did a lot of, shortcuts. Many secretive ways of doing it. Many strategic way of attacking the others. All the strategies he played in Mahabharata by Krishna. But Rama never did any such strategy. For him, everything straight. Everything is by the rule of Dharma. So that is why we say he always goes with the faultless path. That is basically what we say about the Rama. Okay. So next one, Niyaha. He who lets himself be governed by his own devotee. Niyaha means he who lets his own devotees to be governed. So that means basically what he does. If you surrender to him, he surrenders to you. Right? If you surrender to him, what he does? He comes down and he surrenders to you. That's why we say Niyaha. He will lay himself to you. He will say, oh, I am at your service. So that is basically what Rama says. So Rama is ready for that. He is ready for that. He is always there to say that, hey, I am there to help you. So that's why you can see that Sugriva made a friendship with him. Right? Sugriva made a friendship with him. Nothing else. Just made a friendship based on the words of Hanuman. He believed him. He made a friendship with him, and he said, I will give back your own kingdom and also your wife back. And he fought for him. He killed Kavali for the one word what he has given to Sugriva. What is that? I will give you back the kingdom and also I'll return back your wife. So still now today date also we always blame on Rama for killing the Vali from behind. Right? Everyone will talk everywhere when you go in the Ramayana. That is the only thing they will always say about, oh, Rama was the person, he is supposed to be a god, why he wants to kill a Vali from behind. Whatever it is. Even if it is a blame, he is ready to take it for his own friendship because for the word what he has given to him. That is what Rama is. Right? Rama could have not done, he could have done very, very, very tricky things and all, he could have done that, but he never did it. He was ready to take that blame and he wants to go for it. That's why he says he surrenders himself. He is ready to give himself to his own devotees. That's the beauty of Rama. Right? Other person is totally illiterate. Another person who is totally illiterate, who is considered to be a boatman, just driving a boat from this bank to that bank in the river, Ganges, whose name is called Guha. And what does he do? He just wants to have a friendship with Rama. And what did Rama say? Rama says, in Kambaramayanam, they say, Rama says, you are one of my brother. You are one of my brother. He says, until now, Dasratha has four sons. Who are they? Rama, Bharata, Lakshmana, Shatrughna. Then when he says for Guha, he hugs him and he says, from today, you are the fifth son of Dasratha. See that? See the place where he puts him. You are the fifth son of Dasratha. With the Sugriva, he says, you are the sixth son of Dasratha. With the Vibhishana, lastly, he will say, you are the seventh son of Dasratha. So that's the way that he surrenders. What he is making. You become my brother. You become one with me. That means you are like my blood relation now. That is how he surrenders himself. The beautiful places where we have to enjoy in Ramayana when you read it. Guhanodu Aivaranum, Sukrivanodu Aruvananum, Bibhisharanodu Eluvaranum. So this is in Tamil we see. With Guha I have become 5, Sugriva I become 6, with Vibhishana I am 7. So he has adapted them himself into his own family. So that is the level where he can surrender himself to his own devotees or friends. That's the level where we can see about Rama. Naya, next word. He who draws everyone towards himself. That's why he said he is an attractive person. He can draw everyone towards him. He who draws everyone towards himself so that he can lead them in a spiritual illumination. Right? He is a person who can give that way. He can draw everyone towards him. Even though you are in the opposite side, he can make you come to his own path. The beautiful understanding for us because he has that attraction. See, think about a person who is totally on the opposite camp. Okay, these are all the things to ponder in Ramayana because reading Ramayana is not like just reading the story of Ramayana. Interpreting the incidents, understanding the events, getting into the nitty-gritties of the story is very, very important. Now, think about this way. From the enemy camp, opposite camp, okay, Ravaneshwara. By nature, Ravaneshwara and his brothers are all demons. Am I right? Rakshasa. Now, whatever the traits Ravana has, some of these DNA should be there within themselves also. And there is no chance, even Ravaneshwara has not even seen Rama, so there is no chance that they have met Rama. But among them, there is one brother by name Vibhishana, just listening about Rama, he says he is the Dharmavan, I have to go and surrender him. When Ravaneshwara drives him out from the palace, so he goes directly go to the Rama and he takes Sharanagati from them. Right? So how is it possible? Even though if you are from the enemy camp, you have been drawn to him. That's what it is. His attraction is like such a way that you are drawn to him. So even if you're sitting in some place, but you are ready to join to Rama, that is how the attraction goes, right? So that's why we say he is a person who can attract from even the opposite camp. Next one, Anayaha. Anayaha. He who cannot be spirited away. He who cannot be taken away. Right? He is a person who always gives you one who is not led by anyone. He only leads you in the spiritual path. That is what the Adi Shankaracharya says about. Right? So basically, that's what we understand. So what is that? He cannot be spirited away. He cannot be taken away from. It's not easy from him. We cannot take anything out of it. Because he is the complete person. Especially you cannot take the dharma out of him. Even at any point, he maintained the dharma. He was accordingly doing everything, all the karma. So that's why Rama always within the dharma. He never let anything out of it. Next one, Veeraha. Veeraha. Veeraha means valiant, powerful. Veera. He who can destroy all the asuras. He can destroy all the source of suffering. So one is valorous. That's what we say, valiant. So he is considered to be Veeraha. Why he is Veeraha? Because of his own parakrama. Think about it. Kara and Dusha are coming there. After Surpanaka's nose was cut, right? Surpanaka nose was cut, and then she runs back to the Karadusha, and then she says, "Hey, there is two guys who are supposed to be like Brahmins. They're putting their, they're like sadhus in the saffron clad guys. They are there, and then one of the guy cut my nose." She complains. Immediately, the Kara and Dusha gets all the demons, soldiers, and then they want to start and wage a war. By seeing them approaching there at a distance, Rama says, calls the Lakshmana and says, "Hey Lakshmana, take the Sita and put her in a small cave and be there as a protector." Right? See, this is the thing what happens in Valmiki Ramayana. So he says that take the Sita and you be there. You should put her inside a cave, and then you be there as protector, and you be there with her with Sita. Now I will manage these guys. More than 4,000 or 5,000 demons came. He was one person, one man army, destroyed the complete demons. That's why we say Veera. Doesn't matter. However, how many persons comes, doesn't matter. He's a one single army. He waged war against Kara and Dusha, and then he killed them. And then all his soldiers. So that's basically how we are talking about his power. Think about Ravana. What a magnificent power he had. Right? Ravaneshwara is considered to be a person who has went in 8 directions. He has won everywhere in every battle. Correct? Powerful guy. His power is beyond comparison. Because of his power, what he did, he lifted the Mount Kailash, where Shiva and Parvati is resting. Right? He lifted the Mount Kailash on his own shoulder. This guy, such a powerful guy. So that's why he was given the Ishvara, title Ishvara. So he's called Ravaneshwara, Lankeshwara. Now such a person was defeated by whom? Rama. Right? So Rama has that Veera to even perform such a yuddha. So it's easy because he has that complete power within him. So that's why we say Veera. Next one is called Saktiman Sreshtaha, the greatest among the powerful guys. Greatest among the powerful guys. So he says, in Sundarakanda, there is one of the statement, it says, "O king of Rakshasa." Hanuman says these words to Ravana. "O king of Rakshasa, the gods and Asuras, Gandharvas, and Vidyadhras, Nagas, Yakshas, all this cannot stand against Rama." Right? So because he was tied up and he was taken to the palace when Ravana wants to do an inquiry with him, right? For the Hanuman. Why he is wandering in the Ashokavana and what is he doing there? And he is a little bit suspicious with him. So he was tied up and then he was standing there in the palace and he was talking, Who are you? He talked about, he said, Rama. Who is Rama? Then he says this word, "O king of Rakshasa, the god, the Asuras, Gandharvas, Yadavas, Vidyadharas, Nagas, Yakshas, nobody can stand in front of him. Because he's the Lord of 3 worlds. So you are not dealing with a single person. Ravana, don't think about. So this is the one what he is talking about. Saktiman Sreshta, a powerful guy. Saktiman Sreshta. Next Nama is Dharma. When we say, I would always say that there is only one synonym. When you want to say Rama, Rama is equal to Dharma. Dharma is equal to Rama. That's it. There's nothing, no grammar for you to understand, nothing. If you want to understand Dharma Shastra, I would say, see, that's why they say, so reading Veda and Shastra, it is very dry, very abstract. Right? So if you want to read a Veda, or if you want to read Dharma Shastra, if you want to read some Shastras, Upanishad, you don't understand that. Why? Because it's very dry. It is like a bare act, reading a bare act in legal phrase, what we say. Now I need to understand through some cases and examples, some illustrations, right? And what is the best way? Go and see and study the Itihasas and Puranas. You will find that. To understand the applicability of those rules, to understand the applicability of those things, you will have a character in Itihasas and Puranas from where you can understand what is what. So that's why I say Rama is equal to Dharma. You want to understand Dharma, dharmic path, the righteousness, whatever it is, follow the Rama, you will understand. That's why he say Rama Dharmaha, Vigrahavan Dharmaha. He is a virtue incarnate. He is the person who is embodiment of the entire Dharma. Rama Vigrahavan Dharmaha. No one can near to it. This is not the word given by, this is not the word said by Vasishta. The very word what I am talking about, Ramo Vigrahavan Dharma, is not the word given by who? By his own Guru Vasishta. Not said by Dasarada, not said by Lakshmana, not said by Hanuman, not said by Sugriva, not by Guha, not by Bharata. Who told? Maricha, the person who got the first ticket from Rama. I hope you get who is Maricha. Maricha is the person. You remember he was the person who wants to disturb the Vishwamitra's yajna. And there are two guys who comes. So one fellow was killed by Rama, the other one is the Maricha. Subahu and Maricha comes. Subahu was killed by Rama. Then who is the second person? Maricha. He throws the Maricha out of the ocean. And that Maricha, who is that Maricha? Maricha is nothing but the maternal uncle of Ravana. So he goes to Maricha and he pleads him to be like go in disguise as a golden deer to distract Rama so that I can abduct or kidnap Sita. That's what the plan is. So at that junction, at that time, Maricha says, you don't know what is the power of Rama because Rama Dharma Vigrahavan Dharma. See that word appreciation given by this is one unique character of Rama. That's what I told in my research. I made this appreciation from your own colleagues is easy. Appreciation from your competitor, appreciation from your enemy, very, very difficult. Rama is the only fellow who got it. Rama was the only person who got it, only avatar who got it. He has been appreciated by the opposite party. Because he is Vigrahavan Dharma. So that's why we say he is Dharma. The next one, the last one is called Dharma Vittu Uttamaha. Among the Dharma peoples, he is the one, he is foremost among those who are conscious of Dharma. Among the peoples, when you talk about peoples, you want to list. These are the peoples who stood for Dharma and Dharma and Dharma. If you want to say Yudhishthira is one of the person who stood for Dharma, and before that Rama will be there in the list. He is the first topmost person who is standing in that list. So that is the way that he lived. So that's why we still, even from so many yugas, think about it. From Treta Yuga, the Rama Avatara was there. Right? Treta Yuga, we had Rama. Dwapara Yuga, we had Krishna. And now we are in Kali Yuga. Almost 25% of Kali Yuga is gone. Right? Almost 25% of Kali Yuga is gone. Now we are in 2025. So that means 2025 AD we have come out. So even before that they are saying that. So many millions of years before, that's the yugas we are talking about. From that period, we are still having Rama as one of the examples, and Rama Avatara has been studied because he's the Dharma Uttama. See, otherwise, understand, certain stories will not stand for long. There are so many novels which are written. I'm not decreeing any of these novels. There are certain novels which are seasonal novels for us. There was one season where people were running behind all Sidney Shelton's novels, all crime novels. Am I right? Now who is reading that? How many times we will read it? Tell me, let me ask you a question. There is a book on Harry Potter book. Series of Harry Potter book came and I know everyone had the book. Everyone read it. How many times you will read? 7 times, 8 times, 9 times, 10 times. Okay, good. After that, gets bored. You have a DVD of Harry Potter. How many times you will watch? 25 times you watch. After that, get bored. Right? You get bored. But any number of time you go and read Ramayana. Any number of time. If there is a new tele-serial on Ramayana, you will go and watch. Even now you are interested to watch Ramayana and Mahabharata. Why? Am I right? I'm saying, even if you look at the story could have been destroyed. But the nature keeps the story from yugas, it is passing because of the dharma which is behind that story. That's why we say dharma uttamaha. That is the spirit of that story. That is the spirit of Rama's character. You cannot take it out. You can't even write a story, right? So having so many papers and then you can't sit and write something like Ramayana and Mahabharata. Nothing. You can't create such a big itihasas for years. That's why this is the greatest one. So what we understand here is a big theory about all these guna vaibhavas about that. So this verse number 43 is all about the Rama and his vaibhavas. So with that, we stop here.